Hello and welcome to Disaster Chronicles. Here, you'll find the most up-to-date footage and news on natural disasters from around the world. From earthquakes to floods, hurricanes to volcanic eruptions, we bring you real-time, unbiased coverage of these powerful natural events. At Disaster Chronicles, we provide authentic videos and footage directly from disaster-stricken areas, in-depth analyses, expert commentary and analysis on recent events, reports and interviews, exclusive insights from specialists and eyewitnesses, latest news, up-to-date information on natural disasters globally. Join us as we explore the forces of nature that shape our planet. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Thank you for watching and stay safe. It was an ordinary calm day in a Swiss village, but nature had some surprises. It was not possible to foresee that in a short time huge masses of mud flowed into the street. You might think that it is not as dangerous as, for example, a hurricane, but see how quickly the flowing mud filled everything. It dragged cars, broke ceilings, and destroyed the building. Fortunately, the building was empty. But probably the residents were shocked when they looked at these images of powerful lightning storms captured by security cameras. University students saw with their own eyes as lightning struck a power line, causing an instantaneous short circuit, which probably not only shocked them, but also left them without power for some time on ordinary days. The South China Sea has become vulnerable to typhoons during the stormy season. On July 9, 2015, the storm of the summer season, Typhoon Linfa, hit the coast of China, even though it was only a tropical storm, a Category 1 typhoon. It still caused a lot of damage in the city of Lufeng, and the city's inhabitants found it difficult to stand. Loose objects were tossed around, and those who kept their feet firmly on the ground managed to capture some stunning images. At least some of the locals were in a good mood. We can't imagine what we would have done if they weren't. We saw water from our shower gushing out of the cracks in the pavement like fish. One man feared his plastic stools would be blown away. By the time Linfa made landfall, wind speeds exceeded 106 miles per hour, plus about 10.6 inches of rain fell in southern China. About 400,000 people were without power and 56,000 were displaced. Hundreds of houses collapsed. The magnitude 9 earthquake that struck Japan in 2020 was recorded as one of the most devastating natural disasters in the country's history. The earthquake hit the northeast coast of Japan and caused a massive tsunami. These giant waves destroyed settlements in coastal areas and caused a major nuclear disaster at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. In the aftermath of the earthquake, radiation emitted from the nuclear plant led to the evacuation of the surrounding areas, resulting in a large-scale environmental disaster. After this tragedy, Japan reviewed its nuclear energy policies and undertook serious reforms on the safety of nuclear power plants. This disaster deeply affected not only Japan but the whole world. The Japanese people showed great solidarity to recover from the earthquake and tsunami. Reconstruction and rehabilitation efforts continued for years. Japan's experience in earthquake resilience and preparedness was further strengthened after this disaster. The 2020 earthquake will be remembered as a test of Japan's resilience to natural disasters and an event that will hold important lessons for future generations. This event once again demonstrated the need for stronger measures against the devastating effects of natural disasters. In 2023, Turkey experienced one of the most devastating earthquakes in its history. On February 6, a 7.8 magnitude earthquake centered in Kahramanmaraş caused a major disaster, affecting 10 provinces. The earthquake caused both large-scale loss of life and serious material damage. Thousands of buildings collapsed and tens of thousands of people lost their lives. Rescue efforts continued for days and national and international aid teams were mobilized. This catastrophe was a reminder once again that Turkey is located in an earthquake zone. Kahramanmaraş, Hatay, Gaziantep, Adıyaman, Malatya and Adana were among the provinces most affected by the earthquake. The earthquake triggered a large-scale rescue operation organized by local governments and AFAD. However, the scale of the devastation made the work of rescue teams difficult. Immediately after the earthquake, calls for help went out from all over Turkey and people mobilized for the earthquake victims. Many countries also sent relief supplies and rescue teams to Turkey. However, due to the massive destruction, many areas experienced prolonged power, water, and gas outages. The earthquake has again raised the issue of the adequacy of construction standards and earthquake regulations in Turkey. Many of the buildings that collapsed were old or built with inappropriate materials, leading to increased loss of life. In the aftermath of the earthquake, government officials announced stricter inspections of new buildings and further tightening of earthquake regulations. Following the 2023 earthquake, awareness-raising efforts in earthquake-prone areas of Turkey have accelerated. Earthquake drills and training programs aimed to better prepare the public for a possible earthquake. However, the great suffering and loss of life shows that this disaster will not be forgotten for a long time. In conclusion, the major earthquake in Turkey in 2023 has shown that the country still has a long way to go in terms of year. Etna volcano is located on the Italian island of Sicily and is known as one of the most active volcanoes in Europe. At around 3,300 meters high, Etna is both a geographical and cultural symbol of the region. The volcano is famous both for being active since prehistoric times and for regularly spewing lava and ash. This volcanic activity has both positive and negative impacts on the local ecosystem. Etna's activity often manifests itself in the form of lava flows, eruptions, and ash precipitation. Throughout history, Etna's eruptions have had a major impact on the surrounding settlements and agricultural areas. The volcano's lava enriched the soils in the region with minerals and contributed to agriculture and viticulture. However, occasional large eruptions have threatened the homes and farmland of local people. Etna is an important research area for volcanologists. By closely monitoring Etna's activities, scientists try to better understand volcanic processes and earth movements. This research is critical for predicting the future activity of Etna and other volcanoes. The fact that Etna remains active also provides important information about other volcanoes in the region. In terms of tourism, Etna is also a major attraction. Hikes to the volcano offer tourists the opportunity to explore both natural beauty and volcanic landscapes. In addition, the towns at the foot of the volcano attract tourists with their historical and cultural richness. However, the fact that Etna is an active volcano also carries certain risks for visitors. For this reason, activities around the volcano are usually strictly controlled by local authorities. Mount Etna has a unique position, both geologically and culturally. The legends and myths associated with it occupy an important place in Sicily's cultural heritage. In ancient Greek mythology, Etna is considered the forge of Hephaestos, Vulcan, and his anger is symbolized by the volcano's eruptions. These mythological connections show the depth of Etna's impact on the peoples of the region. Volcano Etna has attracted attention throughout history and has been an important subject of research for both locals and the scientific community. Its activity has turned the eyes of not only Sicily but the whole world to this magnificent natural wonder. Etna remains a unique place of natural beauty and volcanic activity, symbolizing both the creative and destructive power of nature.